Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday, December the 1st, 2020. It is a sunshiny day outside, but there is a very cool breeze blowing. An overnight low of the upper teens, and it isn't supposed to get very warm today. So what am I doing in my office this morning? Well, I'm doing a little bit of CYB work. It is called creating a Facebook page for the farm. It's an LLC thing, and it's a separation between the farm and myself is what it is. So that's something I have to do. So anyway, you might want to check that out when you get a chance. Some of you will be automatically invited to check out the page when we get it built. It will be more for the business end of the farm, for sales of product, i.e. fresh veg, produce, flea markets, arts and crafts shows, photo shoots, event center activities, that sort of thing. So anyway, yeah, eventually we'll have to see. The group may roll entirely over into the page so that you can see what's going on and what we got doing and, scheduled up and that sort of thing. Anyway, stay tuned for more videos. We're going to continue doing the YouTube videos. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, like, and share. Catch you in a bit with some more updates. Good Wednesday morning, everybody. It is the 2nd of December, 2020, and I'm out in the shop today getting a little shop work done. It is a little too cold and breezy out today to do much with the cultipacker, but I can cut the drawbar and finish up the end of it, make it look a little bit nicer than just a piece of old pine wood. So that's what I'm going to be doing today from the shop here at Nelson Creek Farms. Before I get anything done out here in the shop, though, today, I've got the broom with me because we got to do a little bit of cleaning. Yeah, I got a nice little fire rolling along in the stove over here that a welder friend of mine, Rex, put together. And yeah, it's a nice warm 40 degrees in this uninsulated shop. At least the breeze isn't blowing through here quite as badly as it is outside today. So first up is getting some stuff cleaned up. As you can see, the workbench here in this small shop is horribly messy. It hasn't been cleaned up in years. Now, I take full credit for the way this workbench in the shop looks. So today, because it's a little cold and breezy outside, in fact, you might even be able to see my breath in some of these shots, I'm going to keep the fire stoked up, and I'm going to try to warm it up in here and get some of this cleaned up in here. And hopefully, I can get some of the projects that I've started sorted out with their bits and pieces, and we haven't lost anything. Now, I know this doesn't sound like much of an excuse, but part of the problem with keeping this shop clean is I haven't felt good for about the last 2 or 3 years. I was having a fair amount of issues that I won't go into right now, but I just plain didn't have the energy or the desire to come out here and do anything, except just do what needed to be done and then move on to the next project, which was usually by that time going in and sitting down in the easy chair. One of the things that I've come across is my drill index for all my drill bits. Well, I have purchased a bunch of new drill bits that were all cobalt steel, and had put some in here. Well, all that's left are the old nitrite coated stuff. So I'm beginning to think this is somebody else's drill bit set, because I purchased a set similar to somebody else, only mine was a lot more complete. And I keep getting told because I'm not using it, it's fair game. Well, not no more. I have the keys for that, and everything is going to go in there and get locked up. The other thing I'm going to get, and pardon the expression, I'm going to get me a sign that says, "Keep your dick beaters off my tools." Yeah, and we're going to hang it right up here in the wall somewhere. I might even get 2 of them. Now, yes, I did leave a set of drill bits outside one time. I'm ashamed to admit it. But they got all rusty and nasty, and quite honestly, I don't think we ever used them. I think they got tossed. Half of them were wore out and damaged anyway, and they weren't sharp. So, yeah, they weren't sharp enough to cut hot butter, so they went away. But this set, it was new, and I had spent almost $30 in new cobalt bits to put in it. Yeah, so I was replacing all the ones that were damaged or warped or whatever. Yeah, and this ain't my set. Another thing I'm going to have to get eventually is a new grinding stone for this old grinder that's here in the shop that my grandfather made umpteen million years ago. It is electric powered. There's a big motor down there. Has a belt, runs up through this tube to drive the pulley shaft up here. Yeah, it's got a wire wheel on one side and that big grinding stone on the other. And you can see the shadows from the light hitting it. That grinding stone's about half wore out. Maybe if I put something light, my hand isn't light enough to highlight it, but you can see the grooves cut in that. There's a pair of them, because somebody was grinding something and wouldn't go back and forth across the face of the thing. They just held whatever they were working on in one spot and wore grooves in it. So now I have to replace that as well. So I'm going to have to do some online shopping to find it, because the local outfit that was doing all that stuff in Twin Falls and Buell has since closed down, and I'm not sure where to go get those grinding wheels anymore. So I'm going to need a new stone, and I'll have to do some research for it. Another thing I picked up recently is this 2-piece wrench rack kit. Hopefully I can put all of my combination wrenches in those 2 racks, both the SAE and the metrics, and kind of keep those a little bit more organized. That I don't believe, though. These things are 100% plastic, probably way overpriced for what they are and how long they'll last, but hey, gotta try it. I know this is totally silly, but I'm going to try to wipe out the insides of these trays before I go and put the wrench holder thing in them, just because they are filthy and need to be cleaned up. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Alrighty, there's the drawer all set out. They're cleaned up, and new rubber liner put in the bottom of it. And here's the nice little storage trays for the wrenches. Now, I had originally intended this drawer to be an SAE drawer, and this one was even labeled as metric combos under it, and this one had a tag that said SAE combos on it. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little wrenches that'll fit up here in these 2. I'll put the SAE here, the metric there, and then I'll put my big wrenches down here in this one that says metric right there, and we'll change that to read big combos or something like that, just to help keep them organized and separate. Well, I came up with quite a situation. The top drawers are too shallow for the size of the wrenches, so we had to go down a drawer or 2. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put the SAE here. I'm going to have a few extra larger sizes over on that side, and the metrics will go down 1 drawer down. Well, as best laid plans go, my week ended up getting a little jumbled up, a little bit more than usual. I've got a new thing going on at my in-town job, and I ended up spending my last day off running after family errands. So the drawbar on the Cultipacker didn't get done. I'm hoping to get to that next week, as long as the weather's nice. The weather hasn't been the best. Today was great weather, but I got home too late to do much outside. It's already getting dark, so yeah. So, and I found out that I had a few more bugs I had to tweak and work out on the Nelson Creek page. So anyway, I'm doing that. In the meantime, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you a very happy and successful week. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know what you think of the videos in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe right down there. And we'll catch up with you next week. See you now.